All I'm saying is, if you want to take control of your life, you've got to look at the bigger picture. And sometimes cutting things like pornography, alcohol. So, guys, being in your 20s can be confusing. It is confusing. It is almost as, I'm being drawn to so many different things. And over time, you start to learn that actually some of the things that us men do is actually not good for us. And so today I want to share 4 things that I think us men should do our best to quit it as soon as possible whilst we're not 20. If you can't quit it, at least try your best to reduce it. And I will start with number one problem that a lot of men have, and that is pornography. Yes, just straight up. I don't need to go and tell you the benefits of it. Most of us men know the benefits, the downside, like everything else. There's, some benefits to this, and there's also lots of drawbacks. But in this case with pornography, there's nothing beneficial like that. Nothing. So quitting pornography will probably be the best thing you can do as a man, not just in terms of energy wise and having control of yourself. It teaches you so many things. So it's really important to address this, and I think that is the biggest problem that we all have, especially from the teenager years all the way like to on your 20s, and some people just keep on going forward with that on their 30s, 40, whatever. But my point is, the sooner you can quit it, the better. So if you could really truly quit pornography, it won't help you with anything, it won't benefit you whatsoever. There's a lot of stigma around it, this is that. No, it's rubbish. If you can quit it, reduce it, you're winning. And the second thing that I see a lot of men really struggling with is dealing with their emotion. So a lot of us, when dealing with our emotion, what we tend to do, we tend to rely heavily on alcohol, weed, drugs, things like that. These are things that we think is helping us dealing with our situation. Not really, it's delaying that. Yes, and of course, drinking alcohol, weed, drugs, it doesn't solve any of the problem we're facing, whether it's emotional, physical, it doesn't help. So if you could reduce that or quit it completely, you would be in a much better position. And that's speaking from experience, that's all. The third thing that I feel like a lot of us men are constantly doing, and it's not good for us, is the amount of time we spend on social media. Social media is clearly clouding our judgment. It's making us think of so many things that before we didn't care, but now because social media is like, we have to have this, you have to be there, we start to have this illusion, this idea is that we have to be so whole, so perfect in order for us to fit in. And so by reducing the amount of time you spend on social media, you're essentially removing some of that distraction that's stopping you from becoming who you're meant to be. So if you could reduce it, that would be great. If you could quit it completely, because some of the social media that we're seeing right now has no benefits or whatsoever. And your main apps are your Instagram, your TikTok, Snapchat. A lot of this stuff is just rubbish. There's nothing really educational there. It's short content. You're just being filled in with dopamines here and there. It's not good. And one last thing that I want to mention that I think is important for us to do, especially once we're young, is to improve our sleep quality. That's the fourth thing I would say. Our sleep quality is important. Yes, we often neglect that because we're working, we're striving, we have this energy, we want to work late, wake up early, work late, You can do that to some extent with your body. For it to think properly, to function properly, you need to have enough sleep. Everybody's different, I get that, but make sure you're not heavily relying on caffeine, for example. Every day 2 or 3 cups of coffee or energy drinks. Make sure you're not relying heavily on those things. And this is exactly what I mean. Like everything that I mentioned so far, I want you to understand. I'm not saying these things are terrible, they're bad, no, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, if you want to take control of your life, you've got to look at the bigger picture. And sometimes cutting things like pornography, alcohol, stop smoking weed or doing drugs, and social media, and having a good sleep quality will help you just getting to where you want to be, achieving your goals. And sometimes that's all we need, really. It's nothing too crazy, and you don't have to quit in the next day. It's about working towards it. It's about being aware of that. It's about knowing, you know what? It's about time to stop doing this nonsense because it's not benefiting me at all. So please pay attention to that, because that's what you may need to do. Cut down every little thing that you have in life. And that's it. So these are 4 things you can do to quit, to reduce or quit right now, to help you improve as a man. Thank you ever so much for watching this video, and I hope you're being kind to yourself. And so please have a lovely day, and I'll catch you guys soon. You take care. Peace.